Hello everyone, welcome to another video of PyNet Labs. My name is Standard Acl and I am here to provide a solution video of assignment number 12. So these assignments are part of $100 giveaway which are being posted on the Telegram group of PyNet Labs. So if you do want to participate in such giveaways, make sure you join the Telegram group from the link given in the description. So let's get started. Let's see what do we have to do in this assignment number 12. This is my assignment number 12. And the question here is to configure the topology as given below and to fulfill the requirement given in the task. So task 1 is about changing the host name of the devices according to the topology. Then configuring Ospf is the task number 2. Task 3 includes some requirements where ACL is required to be configured. So let's first of all begin the configurations of task number 1 and task number 2. So I have a similar topology ready with me here in the packet tracer. I'll begin the configurations here now. So I'll go to PyNet 1 first of all and we'll start assigning the IP addresses to the interfaces of the router. So I'll say enable config t host name PyNet 1. On interface FA0/0 we'll configure the IP address as 172.16.1.254 with a subnet mask and then say no shutdown.
If you enjoyed the content of the video, don't forget to like and share the video and subscribe to our channel.
Exit. Then on interface FA0/1, we'll configure the IP address as 172.16.2.254, 255.255.255.0 and no shutdown. Then say exit. On interface FA1/0, I'm going to configure the IP address as 200.10.1.1 with a /30 subnet mask. No shutdown and exit. After this, I'll go to the end devices and configure the IP address there also. So on PC1 desktop IP, I'm going to configure 172.16.1.1. The subnet mask will be of 24 bits and the gateway is going to be 172.16.1.254 like this. Similarly, I'll go to PC2 desktop IP 172.16.1.2. The subnet mask will be this and the gateway is going to be 172.16.1.254. Then I'll go to PC3 desktop IP 172.16.2.1. The gateway will be 172.16.254. Then I'll go to PC4 desktop IP and 172.16.2.2 and the gateway should be 172.16.2.254. Great. Now I'll move to PyNet 2 and we'll start configuring the IP addresses there also. I'll go inside the CLI, press enter, enable config t hostname PyNet 2. On the interface FA0/0, we'll configure the IP address as 192.168.1.1 with the subnet mask and then say no shutdown. Exit. Then on interface fast Ethernet 0/1, I'm going to configure IP address 192.168.2.1, 255.255.255.0 and no shutdown. On interface FA1/0, we'll configure the IP address as 200.10.1.2 and then the subnet mask. No shutdown. There. Exit. So now I have successfully configured the IP addresses onto the interfaces of PyNet 2 as well. I'll go to these servers and put the IP address there also. So on server 1, we'll have the address as 192.168.1.10 and the gateway will be 192.168.1.1. Then on server 2, we'll take the address as 192.168.2.10 and 192.168.2.1 will be the gateway. After configuring the IP addresses, now it's time to configure Ospf so that these devices can communicate with these and with each other also. I'll go to PyNet 1, we'll say router Ospf 10 router ID. I'll set the router ID to 1.1.1.1 and exit. And I'll make all the interfaces participate into area 0. So I'll select the range here interface range FA001, FA1/0, IP Ospf 10, area 0, exit. Then I'll go to PyNet 2, we'll configure the Ospf there also. Router Ospf 10, router ID 2.2.2.2, exit. Interface range FA0/021, FA1/0, IP Ospf 10, area 0, exit. After this, we can have a look into the routing table. Show IP route. So the Ospf routes are not yet installed. Let me check it again. Let me see if we have the neighborship. Show IP Ospf neighbors. Okay, the neighborship is there. Show IP Ospf, show IP route, ping 172.16.1.1. Let's see if we get any reply. The routes are not getting installed. I'll just quickly check. Okay, now the neighborship is up, so we should get the reply now. I'll try it again. There. So we have started receiving the replies. The neighborship is up and the routes will be there inside the routing table now. So now, if I just show you the communications between PC1 and the servers, then ping 192.168.1.10. So this communication should also be there. Great. So we can see that the devices are able to communicate with each other and the communication is there. Now my assignment asks me to configure the ACL in a manner so that only PC1 and PC3 can access 192.168.1.0. So let's do that. So I'll go to this router number 2, PyNet 2 again, and we'll configure a standard ACL here so that only PC1 and PC2 can communicate with 192.168.1.0. So I'll say config t access list 10 permit, and then I'll put the IP address of PC number 1. So that is 172 permit host 172.16.1.1. Enter. Then similarly, I'm going to permit 2.1, which is my PC3, exit. And then I will apply this particular ACL onto the interface FA00. So config t interface FA00 IP access group 10 for outbound packets and exit. Now if I try making communication from PC1 to this server 1, it will get successful, but if I try it from PC2 to server 1, it is going to get failed because of the ACL. Now we are done with configuring the ACL for the first requirement. Then it asks you to configure another one for blocking the communication from 172.16.2.0 towards 192.168.2.0. So this particular network should not be able to communicate with this particular network. So I'll go to PyNet 2 again. We'll configure another ACL there. So access list 20 deny 172.16.2.0 0.0.0.255, enter, and then I'll basically put this ACL on FA01. So interface FA01 IP access group 20 out, exit. After this, we'll try to just quickly confirm. So I'll go to PC3 command prompt, and there I'll say ping 192.168.2.10. So we are not getting the reply, right? But let's say if I ping 1.10, then we are getting the reply. So PC3 can still communicate with 1.10. PC4 here will not be able to communicate with 1.10 because of ACL 10, and will not be able to also communicate with 192.168.2.10 because of this ACL 20, which we have just configured. So we are done with this, Now the next thing is 172.16.1.0 should not be able to communicate with 172.16.2.0. So I'll go back to PyNet 1 this time and we'll configure ACL here. So I'm going to say access list 10 permit. So the requirement is about denying the access of 1.0 to 2.0. So I'm going to say access list there access list 10 deny 172.16.1.0 0.0.0.255, and then I'll apply it on interface FA0/1. So IP access group 10 out, and then say exit. Now if I just quickly verify this, so if I go to PC1, I go to command prompt and try to ping 172.16.2.1, then the communication is not there because of the ACL. But if I, let's say, try to ping from PC3 to PC1, then also this is going to get failed because we'll not be able to receive any reply, as we have blocked the communication coming from 172.16.1.0. So that means the ACL configurations are done successfully, and we have successfully completed the assignment number 12 which was given to us. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and got to learn out of it. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. I hope you liked it. I'll see you in some other video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.